Hello, welcome everybody. We are waiting for some people to join today. So go ahead and sit tight. And we want to just thank you for joining. And when we see more of the people joined, we will go ahead and get started. I will go over a few things just to make sure that you can all get the most out of this webinar. And we'll introduce ourselves and go over the agenda for today and get things going. So thank you, and just give us a few minutes, please.
Thank you. We'll start in 2 minutes. Okay, thank you guys. We want to be mindful of your time, so let's get started. And
Yeah, sounds good. Excuse me. Welcome everybody to creating your winning social media plan for 2022. Uh, just before we get into everything, I've gotten some feedback from past webinar attendees that they've had some difficulties figuring out how to engage with the questions tab. And so I'm just wanting to quickly show everyone here. As you can see on the right-hand side of the screen, there is a little question mark. If you click on that, it's going to expand a window, and you will see here that you can type in, I'm pointing because I have two screens. In this expanded window, you can then see any questions that are being asked and also see our response. and type in any questions. But just so that we can keep the things rolling, we do have a Q&A at the end of this webinar, and we will be answering all of the questions during that Q&A. But if there's anything that comes up that we feel like is a necessity for answering right then and there, we'll certainly make sure that we answer it then. Otherwise, we're going to save the questions for the Q&A. And so if anyone has any issues with this, just submit a question in the question tab. I guess that wouldn't really work because if you're having issues, then, but anyhow, so just to go over this again, there is a question mark in the right-hand side, and if you click on it, it opens up a tab and you type your questions in there. Okay, I hope everyone got that. I hope it wasn't too confusing, or I didn't confuse you all by trying to explain that. So Betty and I are very excited to have this webinar today. We have gotten a very special guest to help us. My name is Rachel Galloway. I am the marketing director at Zentap. I have been with Zentap for almost 2 years now and have been really working and enjoying helping all of the real estate agents better their social media and giving them the tools they need to succeed, and really enjoyed doing this with Betty. And Betty, I'll let you introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for joining us today. So I'm the Chief Marketing Officer of Zentap. And just to give you a quick overview, Zentap provides the most effective all-in-one automated marketing tools to ensure that real estate agents stand out in today's competitive landscape. So that includes Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn posting. We just are about to launch Google My Business posting, as well as agent websites and lead generation. So through our dashboard, agents can create unlimited videos, branded content, local market reports, listing videos, testimonials, and access to hundreds of pieces of content. And we'll show you some examples of that. And today we have a guest who is joining us, Brian Eisenhower. And Brian is the CEO and founder of Eisenhower Coaching and Consulting. They provide customized and structured coaching and training programs for real estate agents, team leaders, representing some of the top agents in North America. So we're really happy to have him here. We, I think, are still waiting on him to attend.
I don't see him signed in. Victoria, did you get in touch with him?
Hi, everybody. I have reached out to him a few times and haven't heard back yet, but I think there might be a calendar issue on our end. So what I'm trying to do instead is try to see if we have a different ICC coach available right now. But let me try giving Brian one more call.
Okay, thank you so much, Victoria.
Okay, well, we're just going to get started and we can talk you guys through this. Rachel and I have done this webinar as well. And we're going to focus on the agenda, which is, how to grow your sphere of influence on Facebook and Instagram, how to create content that adds value to your friends and followers on social media and try and attract more followers, how to engage and generate business from your social media connections, learn strategies that the highest performing agents in North America use to generate online leads. And then we'll show you some examples of a social media content calendar that we create every month. We create this for clients and for people who aren't even clients. So you can continue receiving these if you sign up for our emails, and then show you some examples of content to post on social media. And then we'll open it up for Q&A.
Fantastic. So, Betty, I had this calendar here. Do we want to just kind of hold that here so we can make sure that we're hitting these spaces? Okay.
Perfect. So I think the hardest thing for a lot of agents, and this is for any business when it comes to social media, when we talk to people, it's just feeling like, where do I start? It's overwhelming. There's all these different platforms. There's algorithms that are changing frequently.
Content that needs to be made.
Exactly. And so it's like, okay, where do I start? And then when you think about all of this, it feels more complicated than it needs to be. So the number one piece of advice that we always give is just start small. You don't have to try to do all the platforms. And in fact, I would suggest against doing everything all at once if you're doing it on your own, and just pick one. What platform is the most important for you? Is it Facebook? Is it LinkedIn? Is it Instagram? And you can see based on like what are you the most active on? What do you feel the most comfortable with? A lot of people say Facebook. Recently more people are gravitating towards Instagram. So it just depends what platform you're the most comfortable with and what platform you think is going to be the most beneficial for you to grow your business. Whether it's, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Google My Business, really, what are you the most comfortable with that you're going to be posting content regularly on? So start with that. And then once you start, before you even start, you should have some sort of calendar. And we really like the calendar because it makes you just more aware of what you can be posting, and you map out your schedule ahead of time. So some people like to spend, maybe a few hours every Friday or every Sunday, knock out the content for the entire week, or maybe even for 2 weeks, and be done. And you could schedule the post. Some people like to do it day by day, week by week. It just depends on your schedule and how you want to fit this into it. But here's an example of the schedule that we created for February. And
Yeah.
Rachel, do you want to talk through this since you created it?
Not a problem. Yes. So this is an example of how you should schedule out an optimal social media calendar. Ideally, you should be posting every single day. If you really want to be top of mind and make sure that you are being seen, the more you post, the better. And it's not just about posting though. Always remember that if you want engagement, you need to give engagement to receive engagement. You can't just post it. I mean, you can just post it and let it go, but don't expect the same results as if you actually put some effort into answering the comments, looking at other people's posts, growing your audience and your social sphere. But as far as this calendar goes, I have this here color-coded. Pink is Instagram, blue is Facebook, and purple is LinkedIn. And I have here shown different types of content. And you can get more granular, like testimonial video and Joe Schmo and that sort of thing. But this is just kind of top level to show you the different types of content so you can get an idea of how you should add variety to this. And so, for instance, I have a testimonial video on Instagram on Monday, and on Tuesday, a single data snapshot. So like using one data point and showing like, this is the median price for homes sold this last week or last month. And then a listing information you want to share to buyers, an infographic. So that's like something that is informative, like some sort of information you want to share to buyers, sellers. Marketing video that talks about you and why you should be the agent that they hire. And then a testimonial flyer, which is a digital like image. And when we say flyer, that's what we mean. That just maybe shows a picture of your client and a very positive thing that they had to say about you. And then, so this is so on and so forth. So say I have a marketing video on Wednesday, but that is on Facebook. On Friday, I have a marketing video scheduled, but it's on Instagram. Now, I could repurpose that same marketing video and use it on Friday, because likelihood that somebody who follows me on Facebook and Instagram is very unlikely. Or they may, if they do follow you on both platforms, they may have missed that. So that is a really good reason why you should repurpose content, and is actually a best practice, and also helps you feel a little less overwhelmed. Like you don't need to create content every single day, 3 pieces. You can create, say, like half of that content and repurpose it throughout. So I see Brian has joined us. We can go back to this calendar. I would love to have Brian get ready, and we'll go back and because he has a lot of great stuff to share.
Yeah, and we'll show you examples of this type of content. Hi, Brian. Thank you. Brian, we gave your intro already, so if you want to just get started, that would be great.
I just don't see the sound on.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
I think he's having technical difficulties.
Yeah. Are you muted maybe, Brian?
Brian, if you click on the control panel and then there's a little microphone, if you click on it, it turns green.
Victoria, maybe you could even just call him and have him on your speakerphone. I mean, I don't know what else to do at this point.
I'll do that.
Sorry, guys, the perils of technology. Okay, well, Rachel, why don't we continue while they figure it out?
Okay. I'm sorry. Wrong slide. All right. So as I was saying, repurposing content. I just wanted to point out here on Saturdays and Sundays, I have listing videos and open house videos. So leveraging social media to get those eyeballs on your listings. Like if you're having an open house for a listing on Sunday, post a listing video of it, post a flyer of it. Go even further than that. Get on Instagram stories and share a video of you at the property and tell everybody, hey, I'm here. Just some ideas on how to really just push traffic and get more people to those listings. And somebody did ask if we could send this. We will be sending a copy of this to everybody after the webinar.
Yeah, and then what we also suggest, like this calendar shows some of the like your real estate related content, but obviously you want to also show your face and people who you are so that you could build trust, so that they see you as the expert in their community. If you have kids that go to the school in the community, or if you're visiting local establishments in the community, show that content on social media, because that's content that people connect with, and it just gives people a glimpse of who you are and makes you more likable, and that really helps you gain trust and gain business and stay top of mind. So In addition to this calendar, we also provide you with those type of tips of whether it's like National Pizza Day, go to your local pizza, establishment, take a picture, use this hashtag. So we give you those recommendations as well, so that you have a starting point and you're not starting from this like, oh my gosh, where do I start? Because I know Brian was going to cover this, so I'll just jump in, but social media is really the go-to. And even if you're not running lead generation campaigns, it's a way for people to remember, to know, and to remember that you are a go-to agent. You're a successful agent in the community. And purchasing or selling a home, it's not something that people do frequently. So maybe, they're not going to be doing that right now today, but down the line in 3 months, 6 months, a year, you want them to still remember you, and they remember you by frequently seeing your content and your posts, obviously, on social media, so that when that time comes, they think of you. And that's really the importance of social media, is to stay top of mind. And while you're staying top of mind, you also want to provide value. You want to provide people with content that they find valuable. And so this type of content that Rachel is showing, like the infographics, this is content that we create and we post on clients' pages several times a week. So this example is tips for selling your home in the winter. And then we have a checklist of things to think about when you're selling your home. So that's one example.
Hi.
Hi, Brad.
Hello, how are you guys doing today?
Good, good. How are you?
Fantastic.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
We can, yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Oh,
we
yes, we can.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we hear you.
Okay, good. All right, great. All right, well, I guess we're having some technical difficulties, huh?
Well, in this day and age, it happens, I suppose. But we really appreciate you jumping in to help, Brad.
Sure, absolutely.
I don't know if Brian shared anything with you, but this was what he was going to cover. So if you want to just,
I can talk about any of this stuff.
Right. We were just talking about the importance of social media. We shared a sample calendar, so yes.
Okay, great. So, well, I'll just jump right in here. I have a hard stop at the top of the hour, so we'll just kind of cover as much as we can.
That's fine. That's perfect.
Fair enough. All right. Well, one of the things, and I've been talking about this a lot, is social media and what social media platforms you should be on, how to use your social media to engage with your clients, what to post, what not to post, how to make it worth your while, because you can get really sucked into the world of social media as far as you can be on it for a long time, right? And just next thing you know, you're down there watching reels on Instagram, and next thing you know, you're up to like 3 hours of wasted time. So the whole key to having a strong social media presence is to have a social media plan in place on what you're wanting to do that for. So some people use social media to generate leads through like a Facebook ad or perhaps an Instagram ad even every now and then. Some people use it for branding. Some people use it for as a replacement for their website, and some people want to use it to engage other people that they know, whether that be leads or your sphere of influence database. So let me tell you a little bit what I'm going to be talking about. Is number one, the reason that we need to be on social media is because everybody's on social media. Everybody. Okay. And now when I talk about social media, I know that there's multiple platforms. I know that there's Facebook. I know that there's Instagram. I know there's Snapchat. I know there's TikTok. I know there's LinkedIn. I know all these other different kinds of platforms. So we're mainly going to be talking about Facebook and Instagram when I say social media. I know every person under 22 says, I don't even have a Facebook. Well, the people with money like us, we do. So get on it, right? Because your friends not be on it, but I guarantee you their parents are on it, and where you want to run ads, you want to run to people like us. I'm not saying that to be rude. I'm just saying that you are running away from accountability. Okay, I have a TikTok, I have Facebook, I have Snapchat, I have Instagram, I have LinkedIn. I know how to use all those platforms. I'm going to tell you a little bit how to make it your Facebook real simple without getting off TikTok too. All right, so first off, I want to cover how to grow our sphere of influence on Facebook and Instagram. Okay, what we want to do is there's two ways to cover social media. Okay, number one, you can listen, or number two, you can be a poster. I guess there's a third one, you can do both, right? Now here's where a lot of people get stuck, is they just don't know what to post on social media, right? So they're a lot of times what they're doing is saying, well, I don't know what to post on social media. I'm not a poster. I'm a private person. In fact, that's totally fine. I'm not saying that you have to be, right? So what I'm saying is the most important thing that you can do is listen. Now, what do I mean by that? What we want to do inside social media is we want to stay top of mind with all the people that are in our sphere of influence. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about for your sphere of influence, if you're maybe a newer agent, or maybe even if you're an experienced agent and you have a different idea of what sphere of influence is, it's actually somebody that knows you, you like them, they like you, you would interact with each other. So if I walked into the grocery store, for instance, they'd probably say, hey, Brad, what's going on? Hey, Victoria, nice to see you again. I haven't seen you since high school. That's somebody that would be in your SOI, or your social or a sphere of influence is what SOI stands for. Okay, so sphere of influence is what I'm talking about. Now, with that being said, your first job is I want to grow our sphere of influence database. Now, how do we do that? Right? We use what we call a 10-10-5. Now, what a 10-10-5 is, it's a way to interact with people inside your social media accounts in a very strategic way to make Facebook think that you guys are friends again. Now, let me tell you what I'm talking about. Okay, Facebook has what I call it's got weight to it. Okay, so whenever I like somebody's post, so if I'm on Victoria's Facebook and I like her post, or even if I comment on her post, or I replied to a comment, or I shared her post, or I DM'd her post, Facebook will say, me and Victoria, we're tight, we're good friends. Okay, and why do we want to do that? We want to do that to stay top of mind with our people that are in our sphere of influence. Okay, so we do that with a 10-10-5. It's very easy to do. What you do is you create a friends list, you go down to your friends list, and now you go and you start putting people into that friends list. But here's how you're going to grow your sphere of influence. You're going to find Victoria from high school that you haven't talked to in 22 years, or you haven't talked to in 22 days. I don't really care. I'm just using that as an example. What we're going to do is we're going to send her a direct message using what I call the Ford technique. The Ford technique is an old sales, what I should say, an old sales kind of trick, I should say. Ford is family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. Family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. Okay. So what I would do is I'd scroll down Victoria's Facebook. I'd find something with their family. Hey, Victoria, man, wow, what a cute baby. I can't believe it. After all these years, you're finally starting a family or something like that. Or say they went to skiing in Park City, right? Hey, recreation, right? Hey, wow, man, it looks like an awesome time in Park City. I went skiing there last year with my family. How'd you guys like it? And I'm going to start to get a conversation with Victoria through the direct message inside of Facebook as I'm making my friends list so I can listen to her later. Okay, you following me? What I'm doing there is I'm starting to create that relationship back with Victoria, right? What she's going to do in normal conversations, in those text conversations, they're going to ask you, what do you do, right? If you ever played golf, if there's any golfers listening, I mean, I play golf probably every Saturday, usually when it's not, cold outside, but I play a lot of golf. Whenever I play golf with somebody new, we get to talk and they always ask me, what do you do for a living, right? What do you do for a living? And I tell them what I do for a living, right? So when you're doing those conversations on those direct messages, they will ask you what you're going to be doing for a living. That's when you say, well, guess what? I'm in real estate now. And I'm glad we connected like this. My goal for 2022 is to help out anybody that might be looking for a home or will sell a home or have general market questions. I send out some material every now and then on email, a postcard in the mail every now and then. It's got market stats, that sort of thing. I even have some client appreciation events. All I'd like to do is send you a card from time to time and update your address, something similar to that. Now, you don't have to use all those words, but you kind of see where I'm going with that. Now I'm going to get their address and their email, and I got their name, I got their phone number, and I'm going to take that information, I'm going to put that into my customer relationship management system, or my CRM, right? And when I put it in my CRM, right, at that point, now I can nurture that relationship over time. And I grew that sphere all through Facebook, okay? But even though Facebook is for listening mainly, sometimes also we still have to post. Now, I get this all the time. What do you want to post on social media, right? Well, first off, we got to figure out that we got to define that there's two different kinds of accounts. Let's talk about Facebook and Instagram for that matter. Right now, let's talk about Facebook first. So you have your personal profile page, right? And you have your business profile page. So let me take it. I wish I could share my screen, but that's okay. I'm just gonna kind of.
Brad, you know what? I can pass
through it.
controls to you if you want to share.
If you ever got on your desktop, right, and you looked
Brad,
at
we can give you control so you can present. It's pretty simple.
Well, I've just never used this before, but I can try.
I'll do it right now. I just don't know which Victoria you are. So, did you get a notification on your screen?
No.
Let me try the other one.
It says screenshot or something like that.
How about now?
No, don't worry about it.
I'm getting a link to share my screen. Sorry, Brad and I are sharing a link, so that's probably why.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all good. Don't sweat it. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So I guess here, I wish I could share my screen. That's all right. But let's just think about this for a second. So your personal profile page, right, is your personal profile Facebook page. I want you to think about it as your online person into a party. Okay. So you want to make that profile look like.
I'm just going to pull up an example page and try to help you here.
Yeah, that's cool. You can pretty much get anybody you want. There you go.
Boom. So here we go.
All right. This is a horrible example, but I'm going to tell you exactly what not to do. This is good. This is good for us. All right. We got Angela Miller Realty here, Keller Williams, obviously. I want you to think about Angela going into a party right now. All right. She'd be that girl in the party that would walk into the Christmas party. Hi, I'm Angela, right? And have Keller Williams everything all over her body, and just go out there and say, hey, you want to buy stuff? That's what she's saying right now. She's screaming at it at the top of her lungs with this account. Now, if this is a business account, that's a different thing. I'm talking about your personal profile page, right?
Okay,
right now, I'm talking about
the business. Sorry,
business
this is
one.
the
I want you to
business.
go to a personal one.
I don't know any realtors that. Can you just spit out a name, a realtor name? I don't want to put mine.
Go to Brad Baldwin. Go to mine. How about that?
Yeah, because I think mine would have not been the best example.
See, there's me. Okay. All right, number one, my stuff is on public, right? I get so frustrated when I see real estate agents. They come into our Facebook group, and I don't let anybody in my Facebook group unless you're a real estate agent or in the real estate industry, and I can't see what they're doing. So I just don't let them in, right? We can't be secret agents here, guys. We got to be the people that we just have to be known. So you got, number one, put everything on public. See how she just went to my screen and you can see everything that I've ever done, right? All my posts are there, all my comments are there, all my top pictures are there, which clearly I need to update a little bit right there and there. Yes, there you go. So scroll up for a minute. Now on my personal page, you can see how I have this set up, right? So I have a picture of me, right? Just me. I don't have a picture of a cartoon. I don't have a picture of my dog. If I had pictures of my kids, maybe I might put my kids in there, maybe. But you really just want one picture of you. Think about walking into a party again, right? Now on my cover page, these are all of my head coaches at Eisenhower Coaching and Consulting, okay? These are people that you can see me in the background. There's Brian in the middle of it. And it's just a group of friends. Or it might be, so it shows to me, like if I was walking into a party, here's a popular guy, he likes boating, he's around friends, he looks like a decent dude. Because they're going to stalk you like this, right? And this is how you want to set up your page. And if you scroll down just a little bit, you're going to see, right there, stop, you're going to see my intro. Basically what I do. Think again like I'm walking into a party, right? And then here's where the rubber meets the road when you're setting up your social media platforms. It says real estate agent, broker and coach, and consultant at Eisenhower Coaching and Consulting. Okay, that's where I work. Okay, if I worked at Remax, I would not put on here real estate agent at Remax or at Keller Williams or at your brokerage or at wherever you're. I'm not picking on your Remax guys. Just at where I'm working at. What I want to put there is my direct business page. I'll get to that in just a second. Okay, my direct business page about that right there. That's where I work. And if you notice on my page, I have one job where I work right now. Let's say that I was a police officer, or let's say that I was in the military, or let's say that I had a job of some substance to like that. I might say, hey, I used to work here. But one thing you want to really drive me nuts is put all the jobs that you're fired from. You didn't get fired from, you just switched brokerages, right? But it looks like you got fired. So you have all these people where you work from. Number one, it makes you look very unstable to the public. So that would be like you walking into a party, say, well, I used to work at Ford Motor Company, and then I got a job over here doing this, and then I got a job doing that. And also on the other flip thing is I own multiple companies. I have a building company, right? I'm a food critic. I have lots of different companies that I'm personally involved in, but I don't have them on here. I just have my one main gig. I'm a real estate agent broker agent coach. That's what I do, right? So one job. Then I put where I live. I don't where I'm from doesn't really matter. Now let's say that it did mean something to somebody. You might put where you're from, but that's where I live now, and I have one website, just one website, one link, and it's not to like, hey, here's my lead generation, fill out my form so I can send you stuff. It actually gives them some information of where they want to go. So if someone didn't know me, right, and I was going over to list their home, they would find me this way, right? They would find my personal profile the way I have it set up. But let's say that they clicked that Eisenhower Coaching and Consulting, right? They want to say where I work from. That's going to go right to our click on it, like click. It's going to go right to our business page. There you go. That's where I work, right? Now that we're on a business page here for a second, let's explain the differences. On your cover photo, kind of like the example that you showed us with the Keller Williams agent, this is where you can have all your business stuff, Remember, this is your commercial. This is your website. This is what people are going to do to see that you're actually a real estate agent. So you want to have a great cover, a great header across the top about where you work, maybe your contact information, all that good stuff. You want to have where you're from. You know, this is where my office is located. You want to have all your contact information on there. You want to have another link to your website. You can do whatever you want to on your business page. So here's the kind of what I'm getting at, right? Is if you scroll down, keep on scrolling. Okay, we've got about 20,000 likes, 20,000 people that follow us, maybe even more. Yeah, 17,000 or so. So keep on scrolling down. Okay, stop. Okay, look, on our post, hardly any likes. You know, number one, we do everything organic, so I don't teach anybody like some weird things. You can buy likes. I could go have a bunch of VAs in India and pay them, you know, 2 cents a like and give me 3,000 likes right there. But I don't like to do it that way. We like to keep everything organic because I like to teach what we practice. Every real estate agent's business page is going to look exactly like this. And let me ask you why. The reason that is nobody wants to see a commercial. Your business page is like your website. It's just for information. It's just to say that, man, this person lists property, this person buys property, this person does this person does that. It's your website, okay? It's just made there to post all your business stuff. It's your commercials. The difference is like, say you were sitting there watching TV, right? And you would not turn on a TV channel on your TV or streaming or whatever you do. Hey, I'm going to stream, right? Let's get back into being 22. Hey, I'm going to stream, right? I wouldn't want to stream the commercial channel. No one does that, right? And that's what your business page is. I know it's there. I respect those companies, but I'm not going to go watch their commercials 24/7. That's what your business page is. So you can do whatever you want on here. You want it to look professional. You want it to look good. You want it to be, you can post whatever you want here, market updates, videos, this and that. Just don't get concerned that you're not going to get 3,000 likes. Why? Because it's a commercial, okay? Now, your Facebook page is also something that you can do what I call a boosted ad. So you can boost an ad from here up into the rest of your areas, like in your news feed where everybody's looking at your stuff. You're actually paying to boost your ad, right? And you're boosting your ad doing that. What you're doing is you're targeting the news feed. So basically you're paying to be in the commercial in a regular news feed, okay? Then the other thing that you need a business page for is what I call a Facebook targeting ad. That's what's more of a lead generation type thing, where you can say, hey, get a free list of all the foreclosure homes in your area, click down this website, it goes into a funnel, they put in their information and you get a lead. That's why you want a Facebook business page. But that is where you post all your listings. So everybody go back to the main screen, if you would please, the slide thing. So everybody asked me kind of what should you be posting on social media, right? What should I be posting on my social media accounts? I'm logging into Facebook, I'm logging into Instagram. What do I post, right? You post things that are interesting to people, okay? And what I call it, Brian might call it something different on the things, but I know it's the same thing. It's called the 3 E's of posting, okay? So excuse me one second. My gosh. So the 3 E's of engagement is I want to do something entertaining, engaging, and educational. So let me tell you a little bit what I'm talking about. To get Facebook street credit, right? So we did the 10-10-5, and we're shaking hands and we're kissing babies, and we're doing the 10-10-5, which is 10 likes, 10 comments, and 5 DMs and shares from your the list that you created. Okay. So when we're going down through there, I'm like, heart, Care Bear, thumbs up, congratulations, wow, happy birthday, DM, hey Victoria, I haven't seen you since high school, bam, 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 bam. It takes about 30 minutes a day once they're in that list. But now that I've engaged with those people, I need to know what to post. So I can listen, or I can post, or I can do both. If you're posting and not listening, you're really hurting yourself. If you're just listening, you're doing totally, that's better than posting actually. And then if you post and listen, now you're really gaining some traction through Facebook. So what do you post? Number one, let's think about this for a second. Have you ever posted a picture of, like, I always use my dog for an example. So I post a picture of my dog with reindeer antlers on, and I'm gonna get about 10,000 likes, right? Like, comment. If you went back to my screen where my posting was earlier, I'll get in that in just a second. There's a reason I did that. It's not because I cared who's in the Super Bowl. I cared about it to get street credit through Facebook, okay? So here's the thing about, so that's, I mean, that's the way I look at social media, number one. I don't like social media, I hate it. I don't like doing it. The only reason I do it is I know that it brings me money and gets me to my goals in life. So therefore, I want to use social media. If you're a real estate agent, that's why you want to do it too. It's going to help you secure more listings and make you more money in your business. That's how you have to think about it. When that goal is in front of you, and if that's important to you, you will use social media. So when you're posting on social media, here's what you want to post. You want to post Fred here with the reindeer antlers. I might want to post a picture with my daughter, right? I might want to post a picture of something really cool out on the golf course that I've seen. I might want to post a picture of, hey, downtown Dallas at the St. Patrick's Parade. I might want to take a video of that. I might want to take a, you know, someplace that I traveled. That's what I'm doing there, is entertaining people. That's the first E, right? Then also, I want to engage. And when I'm talking about engagement post, is a post like I put on there the other day. I said, Chiefs Rams for Super Bowl. What are your thoughts? I got 72 comments, 72 comments, okay? And what that is telling Facebook is people want to interact with my stuff. They love Fred, they love the daughter, they love you know, that sort of thing. Hey, they love that video of downtown Dallas. Chiefs, Rams, who knows who's going to be in the Super Bowl, but he got 78 people commenting. Facebook right now, it's like, man, everybody loves this dude. He's the popular guy at the party, right? Then I'm going to educate him a little bit. So I'm going to drop something about a new listing, right? Or, hey, I might drop something about one of our training programs, and my likes are going to go down because I'm throwing my commercials. I just went into the party with a sign that says, buy my stuff. Okay, that's what I just did. Hey, I know you're liking me and everything, and we're doing good and talking about dog and stuff. Hey, want to buy a house? That's what I just said. Okay, that's how Facebook news feeds work. Think how weird that is. That person would be like, that's how Facebook is. Then I got to go put pictures of Fred again. Then I got to go do pictures of downtown Dallas again. Then I got to ask them another engaging question. And I keep those questions very vanilla. Okay, so it's like Chiefs and Rams. I don't know, that could be a little bit either way, but it's a good conversation. But I would never in my life say mask, no mask, right? Even though I have my own views, and you should have your own views too. Because if you're doing things like that, posting political posts, posting religious posts, posting opinions about whatever's going on in the world, what you're doing is you're hacking off 50% of the people that are listening to you. Think about the voting rights in the United States, if you're in the United States, or maybe even in Canada too, right? 50% are one way and 50% are the other way. So if I say, hey, I think everybody should wear a mask, I just took 50% of my audience that hates masks, right? And they're going to unfollow me, they're going to subscribe for me, they're not going to like my stuff, they're going to start to hate me in same way. So everything that you post, you got to keep it pretty vanilla. Kind of just happy stuff. Every time that you feel like, I was on a phone call this morning with one of my coaching clients, Michael Harbert out of Toms River, New Jersey, fantastic Remax agent. In fact, he's the #1 Remax agent in his market. And he's like, man, I just kind of have a hard time posting. He goes, I see these things like, you know, I saw this awesome thing at the park the other day, and I kind of wanted to post it. I kind of didn't. Those are the things you should be posting, dude. That's what I told him. I was like, that would have been a great post to put. You got kids playing at the park on a beautiful winter day. You know, people like to engage with that stuff. It's entertaining for them, right? Those are the things that you want to post. You want to post things that are entertaining or educational for people, and then are engaging to people. And then every now and then you can post your listing. So what I always use is the 4-to-1 method. So I'll do 4 personal posts to 1 business post, 4 personal posts to 1 business post. That's been around since the beginning of time. Now I'm 44 years old, and I used to read the newspaper. I still read the Dallas Daily newspaper, and I love doing it. It's something I like to do. So when I read the paper, I'm going to read story. I'm going to flip the page. I'm going to see an ad. Ooh. Then I'm going to read. Then I'm going to see an ad. I'm going to read, and see an ad. Everybody does it that way, and Facebook is nothing different. So that's how you want to feel when you're posting content onto your Facebook page about how to do that. So listening on Facebook and doing that. Now, I told everybody at the beginning of this, I'm going to kind of talk to you about all the different platforms of what you should be doing. I know I've been talking a lot about Facebook. Facebook is where I'm going to spend most of the time. That's where most of the people are. That's where most of the people have their money. And I want that money to filter into buying a house to get into my pocket. Let's just be honest. Okay, that's why I want to do that. Now, they're also on Instagram on a very high level. Instagram is a little bit different. Instagram, anybody can see your feed. The algorithm's a little different. So every time you post on something, anybody and everybody can see that and interact with it. And it just depends on how often you do that, is how many people see it. So you can really do a lot more posting on Instagram, but I would, again, then keep it a little bit more vanilla, more personal stuff, less advertising. That's why people are on Instagram, because they don't want to see the ads. So let's keep it a little bit more vanilla. You can also run stories up at the top. If you ever notice on your Instagram, there's stories on there. If you start running stories every day, that's how you can pick up new followers. There's reels on Instagram. Those are the movies and things I was talking about, those little 7-inch clips where you're walking through a new listing that you might have, walking around the neighborhood, showing them a great new park. Hey, a new attraction, maybe a new restaurant or something like that that's opening up, or maybe something new at the museum, something like that. Those would be great little reels and stories that you could be posting, right? Now, with that being said, I did tell everybody that I would tell you about the other platforms and how I tie all this in, how I teach my clients. Is I really like TikTok. I know, I really like TikTok. And everybody's like, well, isn't that for teenagers? No, it's for everybody. So just listen to what I'm saying. I like to make things really easy for myself, right? If I'm going to shoot a video of something that's going on at the, let's say at my new listing that I just had, right? If I'm going to shoot a video, I'm going to shoot it one time. If I'm going to shoot a market video, I'm going to shoot it one time. I'm not going to shoot it multiple times. When I say shoot it, I'm not talking about you have to get a broadcast quality camera and microphone and all that stuff. You can just take your little iPhone here, and then you can buy a little microphone that plugs into that iPhone, okay? That you can get about 50 bucks on Amazon, give you some great audio quality, and go ahead and make your movie. Now, what do I do with that movie? I want to post it on TikTok. Why do I want to post it on TikTok? Number one, because you're going to get a lot of views. Tons and tons of views. Some of those people might be engaging, some people might, I don't really care. I'm just posting something on TikTok. The reason being is I can take that video and I can post it to Instagram Reels. I can take that Instagram Reel and that's going to sync up to Facebook. Now it's on Facebook. So I got it on 2 or 3 different places. I can also take that TikTok video, boom, put it on my story for Instagram, take that story from Instagram, put that on Facebook. Now I've got several things. And I can take the original video, put it down on my business page or my Facebook page so I can throw up on that because I'm putting all my business stuff on there. I've shot one video, right? I have one video that I can text my clients. I got one video that I can DM my clients. I got one video that's very easy to share, and that's what use that platform for when I'm talking to real estate agents in particular, because you can get caught up in this minutia of, oh, I got to shoot a video for my new listing, and it takes 3 weeks to do it, right? One video, one platform, and then you can share it on several different things. That's the way I use TikTok. And on TikTok, you actually can post a lot on there. You can post whatever you want, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, the algorithm is not really the same as Facebook and Instagram, because their algorithm is the more you post, the more people like, the more people engage, the more people are going to look at it. So it's very simple to use. I know I'm kind of winging it on this webinar. I wasn't really prepared to do this, so I hope you got something out of it. I hope that you guys come back when we don't have so many technical difficulties, and go from there. All right.
Brad, there's one question an attendee had, and I wanted to ask you to clarify. So are you suggesting posting the 4:1 ratio on the business page or the personal page?
Personal page. On your business page, just put your houses on there. You want to put a picture of your family on there, that's fine. No one's going to like it, so it doesn't matter. But no one's going to like any likes or comments on your business page, and that's okay. I want them liking and commenting on my personal profile, because that's where I'm engaging and listening to my sphere of influence.
Now, is that for all platforms or just for Facebook? Because I feel like Instagram, you could kind of marry that, couldn't you?
Instagram, you can get a little way. You can get away with more. So if you want to post a little bit more business stuff on Instagram, that's totally fine. But again, I would keep it at least 50-50, if not 75%, well, 75-25, you know, or at least 50-50 at the minimum.
Absolutely. Yeah. Brad, thank you so much for jumping in here and
Sure.
helping us out here. We really appreciate your time, and you had some really great stuff to say. I really love how you talked about that mixture of content, because that is something we've definitely been trying to educate our clients on too. Like, yes, we have these great tools to create your branded stuff, but it's about, showing who you are as well and
All right.
connecting. So
Okay. Well, I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much.
thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Brad. So really quickly for all the attendees, thank you for staying until the end, and thank you for hanging in there with us with some of the technical difficulties. We want to really quickly just show you guys some examples of some of this content that we could help you with. So this is what we do. We create content, we create videos. When you sign up with Zentap, we get your headshot, we get your logo, we ask you for your brand colors, and all of the posts are made using those, using that information. So all of the content really looks like it's been professionally made, saving you a lot of time and money. So we showed you this infographic earlier. I want to show you an example of some of the local, okay, well, since you have this up, this is a branded infomercial that we also post throughout the week. It's a little video. So right now I think the volume is off, but it plays some just light music and just, again, shares with your audience some content of value for them so that they're also engaging with this content.
And helping you position yourself as somebody who, is an expert in not just the local market, but your field, and a source for knowledge.
Yeah,
So
this is the branded infomercial, and then here are the single data snapshots. So here's an example with Angela. We have her contact info, her headshot. She's with KW. We've got the logo in there. And then we also ask for your zip code. So whatever your zip code is, we will create this content for you. So here's the average price per square foot in Beverly Hills, and it shows the percentage increase and the price. We have through our dashboard, I think it's about 30 single data points. So average price per square foot, sold price, listing price, all of this is within the dash, and you could choose the ones that you want posted on your page. So once you select that, this is automated. And then we also post local market videos. So one thing that I do want to mention is just the importance of video when it comes to engagement. So we have, studies and information, like data shows that videos perform, I think it's 400% better.
415, I believe, was the actual stat. Yeah.
450% better than static posts. So that's why we make it a point to also post videos throughout the week, because videos get a lot more engagement, and videos can be time consuming to create. So we handle that. And here's an example of a local market video that is branded for you as well. Just goes through some of the data snapshots and some of the important stats. And then ends with your contact info. So I want to be mindful of everyone's time. We're coming up at the hour mark. Here's a testimonial flyer that we have and a testimonial video. We have a lot more content. I'm not going to take you through all of it because I want to be mindful, but we are happy to set up a call with you. And if you mention this video, Rachel's going to put this link in the chat. If you mention this webinar, we will waive the setup fee, which is normally about $499, and we will give you $100 off of any plan on our website. And that's your locked-in rate. It's not just for 1 month. There's no contracts, so you could just sign up for a month, see how you like it. You get to keep all the content we create, and you'll be locked into this lower rate with no setup fees. So here's the link if you like to schedule a consultation, and we'll also send you an email with this information. But thank you guys for hanging in. Thank you for bearing with us throughout the technical difficulties. We appreciate it.
We have a few questions, Betty.
Oh, okay, Rachel.
Would it be better to post the videos for the open house a day or two prior to help build up the traffic instead of the day of?
100%, 100%. I would post a few days before, just to build, the excitement. A lot of agents, even before they get a listing, they'll post the listing without the address, just saying, hey, this is coming, stay tuned, kind of to keep people on edge. So I would post the open house before, and then I would also post it the day of as well. And you could be strategic about it. So you could post 2 days before, for example, on Instagram. You could post it as one of your posts and in stories, but then the day of, just post it in stories. So you could really use stories to repurpose content just to remind people. Rachel and I promoted this webinar how many times in our stories, Rachel?
More than I can count. Over 20. Definitely.
Yeah. So definitely use it to continue remaining top of mind and reminding people. And again, remember that when you're posting content on these platforms, the organic reach has become really low because they want you to spend money on advertising. So the percentage of people who are going to see your organic content is going to be a lot less. All of your friends and followers are not going to see what you post. So go ahead and post the same thing multiple times, and it's okay. It's become very common for people to do that to make sure that they're getting eyeballs.
Okay, so we have a lot of questions compared to, so this is great. Looking to reach 55 plus buyers, who will you do content to reach that specific buyer?
Sorry, what's the question? 55 plus?
Yeah. So what I was going to say, and I'd like to hear what you're going to say, Betty, but our content is not specifically geared towards a certain age group. It's geared towards the average home buyer and that sort of thing. But we do try to cover different topics, like if you're in this age. So if you wanted something like that, we would definitely say contact us, because we could work out some sort of concierge service for you potentially.
Yeah. Someone said, do you usually rinse and repeat the calendars for the next month? Yes, absolutely. That sample calendar we showed with the local market content and the testimonials, repeat that, but then change it up so that there's obviously different holidays, different seasons, different things going on in the community. So then you could sprinkle that stuff in it to make it unique and to make it more relevant. But yes, you can take the calendar you make and repeat it.
And I actually, just to remind everybody, when you do that though, keep in mind of like special holidays and things like that, because on Christmas or something of that nature, you're not going to want to be posting a marketing video. You'll want to, or you could post a marketing video, but we have like holiday themed marketing videos. So just keep those things in mind when you're rinsing and repeating them.
Yeah, and somebody asked Glenda said, how much is your service? So we have our plans that start at $199. And then with the promotion, that would even bring your rate down more. And then we have plans that go up to $399. So we have plans that start as low as $99 if you mention this webinar.
Christy asked, I seem to have the same people looking at my content on Facebook and Instagram. Besides the 10-10-5, is there another way to expand this audience? Yes. Start going to some of your competitors and liking their followers. Start looking for niche groups, like other Facebook groups that people would be engaging in your community. What did James Festini say, Betty? Do you remember? Like there was different types of groups he would get into, and he wouldn't necessarily talk about real estate, but he would.
Yeah, he would find Facebook groups for his community and just chime in. And again, yeah, he wouldn't necessarily talk about real estate, but about the new restaurant that opened in town or something relevant to the topic that they were talking about, and just kind of start the conversation and gaining more traction and followers from that.
I have a couple of people asking about, or maybe it's Tina, wondering about the cost of the videos. So the videos come in our basic plan that starts out at $199 a month. But if you mention this webinar, you can get a $100 discount, and that will give you access to the dashboard, which will allow you to create unlimited branded videos for local markets, listings, all those flyers, everything we showed you examples of content of.
Yeah.
Yes, it is possible to put videos in the reel. If you download a video onto your phone, when you go into Instagram and you create the reel, you go to your, you can select any photo or video that you have in your iPhoto library, or if it's if you're using an Android, whatever they call the photo library on there. So yeah, you can, and you can also edit it to only have portions of that video in the reel also.
Yes.
How do you reach us directly? You can reach Betty and I at team@zentap.com. And if you want to reach the sales department, you can reach them at sales@zentap.com.
Thank you guys so much. We do these every month. If you want to stay in the loop, again, you'll sign up for our emails so you can add these to your calendar. They're absolutely free. We can share the monthly calendars with you as well. And if you need help and you want to learn more, I really suggest just setting up a demo. It's free. You'll get a free local market video for joining. And again, it's just month to month, no commitments. So thank you for your time, and best of luck with growing your brand on social media.
Yes, thank you all very much.